I think we look good on camera now. Anyway. Welcome to Kens MoneyMatters. Today we're having a special guest once again on money and life abroad. And like I said, this is just to inform, to teach, and to correct some misconceptions about living in the diaspora. So we bring different people with different experiences. Like I said, I'm still in Finland, but I'm with someone who is experienced in matters Bahamas. I know a lot of people would be like, what? Bahamas? That's the least expected country, yes. But that's an amazing thing because it means we bring a lot of diverse views from different people. So we have this beautiful lady who is going to introduce herself. She will tell you what her name is. She's Tanzanian, doing her PhD in Finland, and we went to school together. She's my very close friend. We went to the same school, did the same course. We maintained contact since then. But she's a traveler too because now she's a Tanzanian who has been in Kenya for a while because your parents are in Kenya.
My mom.
Your mom is in Kenya.
My mom is in Kenya.
And the dad is in Bahamas, but she will tell you the story. Anyway, she knows more about Bahamas because that's where she spent most of her time.
Yeah.
So she'll give us a lot of information about Bahamas.
Yeah.
And those who want to go to the Bahamas to make money, by the way, there's a conception in Kenya that people go to Bahamas a lot. So you need to tell them, give them information. Those who want to go there, they should have the right information.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ndimiyake, but you can call me Demi, and because I know it's a mouthful to pronounce the whole name.
Ndimiyake Mwalugaja.
Mwalugaja. Yeah, I'm a Tanzanian, like Ken introduced me, and grew up in the Bahamas, and I went to school with Ken, and thank goodness we finished our masters here in Finland, and now I'm a PhD student. So
She's so young.
I
wish they could know at what age you're doing your PhD, but that's
I'm okay in my late 20s. Yeah, in my late 20s now. You know, a lady can't say her age.
You don't ask a lady her age ever. Never ever ask a lady her age.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's doing her PhD at a very young age. I'm really proud. When you see people around you progressing, that's like an amazing feat. So anyway, after introducing yourself, this is a money channel. So you want to look at your life in Bahamas and tie it to money and financial issues. Why Bahamas? Of all the countries in the world, why were you in Bahamas? I know you didn't decide to go there because you grew up there, but why did your parents choose Bahamas?
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I was told the story with my dad that when he was in his early 20s, he was still at the university, he wanted to go to the Bahamas. So when he was proposing to my mom, he told her, like, when we get married, this is a place that I want us to go and live. And like anything in life, once you plan for it, you make efforts to try to achieve it. So over time, my dad was following up on job advertisement, friends he had in the Caribbean, and then there was a job opportunity with UNDP.
Wow.
So he got a position to work with them. That's when we moved to the Bahamas. By that time, my sister and I were already like born.
You are so young though.
Yeah. My sister moved to the Bahamas when she was 4 and I was 9, so we're 5 years apart.
5 years apart?
Yeah.
So basically your whole life was...
Yeah. As a teenager, for me, it was in the Bahamas. My sister, since she was a child, all she knows is the Bahamas.
So your culture, we are right to say that your culture is Bahamian culture.
Yeah, I think a lot of my Bahamian friends, they always tell me I'm more an island girl, like a Caribbean girl, than I am
Talking
African.
about culture, I should show you the stuff that she's made. And one is here. Let me just show you. She's a proper cook.
Hey.
Hola! This is
Vitumbua.
This is Tanzania.
I think it's East African. Even Kenyans, they make those.
Yeah, I know that Kenyans can make it, but I didn't.
Yeah, this is Vitumbua. I think it's a Tanzanian style.
So she made vitumbua. Let's check again what else is here. There's a huge cake here. And we also have mandazis. Where are the chapatis? I need to show chapatis. Hey guys, I was supposed to show chapatis. And by the way, we recorded a video for long without recording actually. I make that mistake all the time. I don't know if it's my fault or it's me. But I wanted to show you chapatis. We were talking about island culture.
It's a Tanzanian culture.
But you said it's your mom.
Yeah, it's my mom thing, but a lot of Tanzanians, I think they like to cook.
We made 15 of these. Our friends took away some. We've eaten a lot of them. So, and I'm having these ones too. And I showed you the cake. No, we didn't show the cake. Let me show you the cake too. Now that we are back. Which cake is this?
This is a Christmas cranberry cake.
But I can bake better than you. Do you think so?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Anyway, guys, let's now get back to the money issues. We discussed the first part, and then I thought I was recording. I wasn't. But you know what? It's all good. Then we'll have to give us again the information. How expensive it is living in the Bahamas. And then please tell us if you think that someone can still manage to live there, build wealth over time, how expensive it is.
Okay, in the Bahamas, living there is very expensive. Everything that we have, we get it from abroad. That means it's coming from America. That's Florida. Florida is very close to the Bahamas. So a lot of entrepreneurs, they go there to get their stuff so that they can sell in the supermarkets. That means that they're going to raise prices because it's not something they're given as a charity. It's something that they want to make profit as well. So for example, if you have a juice that you know, like I used to love this mango juice.
From Florida.
From the Bahamas. I used to get it from the store. It was $7. Sorry.
$7,
and then
okay.
It was $7 a bottle of 5. It wasn't even 5. It was about I would say 3 liters. It was $7. And then when I visit Florida, because my family used to go a lot to Florida, it was easier for us to get some stuff that we wanted.
Yeah.
And the same brown, the same juice was $5. Actually, it was $4.99. I was like, this is not the same juice. I had to go and take a photo and Google it. I realized it was the same thing. So things are quite expensive. Even clothes is better if you buy them in the States and you buy them in the Bahamas.
How long is it from the Bahamas to the States?
Because we are close to Florida, there are some islands that they're very close to Florida. The Bahamas has 700 islands, and the one that I was staying is called New Providence, and the capital is Nassau. So I was living in the capital city. In that capital city, they still have another island that's called Paradise Island, where Atlantis is.
So wait a minute. So there are 700 islands.
Yes.
You are living in one island called New Providence.
Yes.
And New Providence capital city is Nassau.
Yes.
And within Nassau there's another island.
Yeah. It's called Paradise Island. It actually has a bridge that it connects the New Providence Island and the Paradise Island. So you drive through the bridge, you go to another island. So it was not like a big of an island. It's like really small island that have the big hotel, the Atlantis. That's where people go to. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Like I think it's similar Atlantis that we're talking about, the one in Dubai. So it's like really, really, really beautiful. A lot of weddings, a lot of good photos that you can take it from there. So
in Bahamas.
So when we are staying in Nassau, going to Florida, it was 30 minutes. And if you live in Bimini, which is another island, which is very close to the States, Florida, it's 15 minutes.
Okay.
15, 1-5. So, yes.
Someone lives 15 minutes from state too, guys.
Yeah. So it's easier for you to go there and shop and come back. And you asked me about saving. Saving, you can, you can still do that. It's just you have to know where to shop, where to go, like to send, if you have kids, where to send your kids to school, what you can do in terms of saving. I don't know if this is applicable to anyone, but my mom was very neat in having a shopping list. So we have a shopping list, and then she'll sit with us and tell us, oh, so you say you want, let's say maybe three juices. and she'll say, do you really want the 3 of them? You can have one, and then you can drink a lot of water. Yeah. Or do you really want to have this dress? Do you really want to have this bag? You can get it next time, or you can get somewhere else. So we're really like budgeting everything down. Yeah, everything. Yeah, because that's very important, because you can save. Because let's say maybe your salary is $2,500. If you can save $500 per month, I think that's a lot. If you can save that. Sometimes you can get 200, maybe 300 because of expensive, because of rent. Rent, it depends where you're staying. Because you want to stay somewhere where you're safe. Yeah. There's some rent that you can pay $800. Those are really good places per month. Yeah. So if you take out the rent, $800, maybe you have a car, you pay the insurance every month, which is less than $100. You're taking that out, and then eating, maybe you can say that the places that I was telling you about, you can find cheaper places. And how can you find this? By asking the locals where they shop. They have like food, they call food market. It's like an open area they sell over the weekend. So there are a lot of things that you can do to save money. So
somebody can basically build wealth.
Yeah, you can.
If you're working there.
Yeah, if you're working. The salary, it depends. If you're like working in this odd jobs, the minimum is $200 per week. But if you're actually a teacher or an engineer, it ranges between $2,000 to maybe $4,000. So per month. Yeah. So it depends where you're working and your title.
Your title, your rank.
Your rank as well.
Thank you so much. That's quite informative. I know a lot of people in Kenya usually like going to the Bahamas. And you mentioned teaching and engineering. Does it mean these are the professions that
not but the Bahamas, because it's quite it doesn't have a lot of population. The population is less than 1 million. It's actually it just passed 250,000. So it's really, they don't have a lot of people who are professionals. So they need a lot of professionals. But first of all, before you come to the Bahamas, you have to apply for the job before you come in. You cannot just come in and look for a job. You need to have a job before you come in. So it's not like something that you just come without a job, unless if you're a millionaire, which they love millionaires. They can even offer you, they can give you a passport right away and give you an island.
You can move to an island in the Bahamas, but you have to be a dollar millionaire.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can't be a Tanzanian millionaire, Kenyan millionaire. No. If you're a Kenyan, you must have, more than.
About the job, they advertise them in the newspaper, online. And first of all, you have to apply for it, and your employer have to prove that they already exhaust every option, that they couldn't find a Bahamian who is suitable for the job. So once they couldn't find that, they can hire you. And when you have that invitation, you can go through the immigration website and actually get all the details on type of visa or type of work permit that you can get. And there are 2 types of work permit actually. There are long-term and short-term. Short-term is only for 90 days, and you find the instruction how to apply for it if you go to the immigration website. And for the long-term, it depends how long you're hired, but they're renewable after a year, I think. After a year,
So you had that. If you want to move to the Bahamas, make sure you get a job first. But are you sure there are no immigrants who go there and just get jobs? Like even you can go, let's say, like I have a passport, Kenyan passport, I can land in Bahamas anytime, right?
Yeah, there are some people who have gone through that channel, but I won't advise that because it's very difficult for them to survive. Because I know some people who have gone through that channel, who they left one Caribbean country and they moved to the Bahamas, and it was really tough. They couldn't have a job, but they had to settle down with marrying a local, maybe to buy some time to get the papers.
So if I'm a Bahamian, I'm good.
It's not as straightforward, because the marriage have to be proved that it's valid for 5 years. So you have to show that you have married this person for 5 years and you have lived with that person in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas.
So when you make the application, you should have lived with the person for 5 years.
Yeah, for 5 years, cohabitating with that person
That's
for
tough.
5 years. Yeah, it's tough because, like any other countries, in the beginning they used to give it right away, but right now they have to protect their citizens. Like I said, not all of them, they are just really trained in professional jobs, so they have to protect that. That's the way they protect.
Oh,
yeah, they protect their own.
Okay, so do you think money made your parents move, or you said they were moved for a job, right? Or they made
No. Money didn't make them move. My dad just wanted to move to the Caribbean. That was his long dream. It wasn't like money forced him to move, because they had really a good life in Tanzania, and they still have a really good life. Yeah. So for him, it was just the experience, and he loved reggae music. He listened to reggae music. But when you come to the Bahamas, you learn about other kind of music, like soca music, wreck and scrape. Yeah. You're like, oh, what kind of music is this? But I love them now. Yeah. And the thing is, when you move to the islands, it's different kind of feeling, kind of life. Like in terms of socialization, I can tell you it's quite different, because people over there, they're very chill, very casual. It's not like you have to be serious all the time. Yeah, it's a chill environment, not rushing.
Most people always kind of link living in an island with the holiday. So it's very rare that you find people want
it's that feeling. Yes, it's there. Yeah. It's there, because once you're in the Bahamas, like I remember, like they have this thing, I don't know if other country they have it. Let's say maybe you have an holiday, landing on Saturday or Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, people don't show up to work. Because they actually yes, that's what is happening. And I don't want to call it lazy, but it's what it is. Just take it easy, don't rush, take your time. So it's there, definitely it's there. Definitely it's there, yeah.
But do you think it's somewhere that someone would just want to live? Your dad was very, very unique in that sense, because not so many people just think, oh, you know what, I want to move from Tanzania and from Kenya to go and live in the Caribbean. Very few people do that. So your dad was like very unique.
Yeah, he was. It was. I know at that not at that time. Even now, people are dreaming to go to Europe and the US. But for him, it wasn't the US or Europe. Actually, he was in Europe, in the Netherlands, for his master's. But he didn't want to settle there. He wanted to settle in the Caribbean. For him, that was his dream. It wasn't something to go to the US. Yes, we have been to the US a couple of times because we lived in the Bahamas for so long. But for him, his dream was living in the island, in the Bahamas,
Okay, that's an interesting. So those who want to go to Bahamas, you can just move. And by the way, it's for Kenyans and Tanzanians, you don't need
Yes, for Kenyans and Tanzanians, because we are all from Commonwealth, we don't need a visa. We can stay there as a tourist for 3 months. Okay. You can go there without a visa. You just need a letter of invitation.
Somebody to stay longer.
If you want to stay longer, then you have to go through the proper channel to get your visa extended. Okay.
Is it possible? Is it easy, or is
it depends on your case and how you plead it and how you explain it to immigration. You may get it. Sometimes they may ask you to leave the country and come back. It depends. Every situation is different. But if you're coming from Commonwealth, you want to visit the Bahamas, you just need the invitation and a couple of other details that you get from immigration website, and then you can apply and you can go there.
Last 2 questions. First of all, I know you studied in the Bahamas, so yours is a bit different because you're there since you were young, and then you came for your master's in Finland. So basically, your primary, high school, bachelor's was done in Bahamas. I know you were not working, but I'm sure you picked some money lessons because of the economy in Bahamas. You said your parents were budgeting a lot. I'm sure it's because of the economy there. So what are some of the money lessons that you think you picked even when you were growing up? I'm sure you were very aware of finances and stuff.
It was a bit tough, guys. It wasn't easy to do some saving, but I know that with my parents, I need to budget everything. And what I can say is that don't try to overspend, because in the Bahamas, because it's very close to the US, they have this materialistic culture. So if you want a new phone, you get it, or a new car, you get it. And they have this you can pay in installments. About they saying that, oh, you're paying this and then your credit is good. So try to stay away from that. Just buy things that you think you really need it. If you don't need it, just leave it. Because at times you may say, oh, I'm paying $20 per month, it's nothing. But trust me, that will account for something. Because if you can save even $20 is something.
Yeah. So basically, you are budgeting quite well, and two, you have to buy what you need. Which exactly. And just make sure that you don't waste any money. Yeah,
and know where to shop. And I'll say that if you get to the Bahamas, you happen to be in the Bahamas, ask the locals, where do you shop? Where do you think the prices are a bit, don't say cheaper, a bit affordable and reasonable? People will talk and will tell you where to go. So you go and compare, and after a month or so, you'll be able to tell where to shop for certain things. Because all you need to know is where to go when you need certain stuff. You know, there are some areas, like we call it rich area, like Lyford Key. Lyford Key is where the James Bond and the actors and actresses in America, they have their mansion there. You don't go shop there because things will be expensive. You go shop somewhere that is more like a middle class area.
That's a good advice. Let me ask you something that's a bit off the money part. How was your schooling experience in the Bahamas? Going to a different culture as a child and then going through the school system in a different system. How was it?
That's a really good question because, as you know, I'm a Tanzanian and I have a Tanzanian parents who are like any other African parents. They have a lot of rules. In the Bahamas, they have this thing about sleepover. My parents never believe in sleepovers. So
like a normal African
family. So my friends would invite me to sleepovers, parties, and I always have this girl who say, I won't go out. And people ask me maybe to date me, and I'll be like, I won't go out with you. It's not like I didn't like them. It's just I know in my house, I won't even dare to raise that because my parents won't say directly like you won't go, but they'll give you a scenario that by the time they finish, you say, oh my goodness, I don't want to go. So it's that. And the other thing, because I'm from Africa, I have an African name. So when I speak, people don't really pick up I'm a foreigner. But when they see my last name, or they hear it, or they have had time to pronounce it, they say, oh, you're African, eh? I'm like,
what did they call people Africans? They call us like, it's like we are.
And that's a funny thing, because the population, about 85% of them, they are blacks. So it's very weird. When you tell them they're Africans, they actually get upset. They're like, oh, I'm not African. I'm like, you're from Africa. Yeah, that's true. But I like who I am, because I remember one time, one of my friends was asking me, so when you finish school, are you going back to Africa? And he was saying this in a way that Africa is somewhere like in a jungle where there's no future. And I told them, of course I'm going to Africa. And he looked to me weirdly, like, really, you're going back to Africa? So you don't like here? I'm like, no, I didn't say I don't like it here. It's just I prefer Africa, my country, Tanzania. And sometimes people think Africa is a country. So you really have to tell them it's not a country, it's actually a continent with more than 50, is it 54?
1.5 billion now.
Is it 54 countries? Altogether. So you have to tell them that. And some people, when they go abroad, they try to change their accent, they try to change their lifestyle. I didn't really change that much, but I know that it was quite difficult because inside the house, when I'm inside the house with my parents, I have to behave a certain way. And when I go to school, I have to behave a certain way. Because I spend more time in school than I spent with my parents. So it was very hard. There's some things that I understand, like I couldn't tell my friends, or I couldn't act a certain way with them because they would look at me a bit weird. So I didn't want to be more awkward to them. So at the same time, I realized if I do this inside the house, my parents won't get where I'm coming from with all of this. And I remember this once, actually this was my dad was telling me, you can take an African man out of Africa, but you cannot the Africanness out of him. That's very cool, because there are some things like, hey, he can't compromise.
Nice. So that's a nice experience. So last question, just one advice you would give to people who want to come and make money in the Bahamas. One last advice.
Make money, mean like start a
Yeah,
business or just
do
don't have a
business.
job, just coming in?
Yeah.
To be honest, this it's a very good country to go in. Of course, you know, it's known for tourism. It has really crystal clear water. It's really nice area. But if you go to the Bahamas as a foreigner,
Yeah.
I'll say that make sure you have a job first. Don't go there without being hired with the government of the Bahamas or some employer already like called you in. Because it's very difficult for a foreigner coming in without a job, try to find a job.
Yeah.
Because preference are given to the locals.
Okay.
So if the local can do it, that job will go to that person. If they can't do it, that's why they look outside of it. So if you don't have a job coming in,
Yeah.
make sure your dad or yourself, you're a millionaire. Because the US may be Canadian millionaire. That will be easier for you a bit.
Yeah.
But if you're like trying to start off in life,
Yeah.
make sure you have a job coming in. Because that will work better.
Yeah.
Before I go, this is just my opinion and my experience. It's not a gospel. So this is my experience, what I have seen, what I have been around, and what I've seen other people going through.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Thank you so much. It's been amazing. She's given us an insight into Bahamas. Those who still want to go, please be sure to do what she's saying. She has that experience. Of course, you can find more information always.
Yeah, just go online, bahamas.gov, immigration website, any information about the Bahamas, it's right there. But at the same time, just know like any other country, you're not a native, so there are some things that may not work well with you. So just be aware and toughen up a bit.